New laws here in Texas make it easier to prosecute cases of voter fraud.
Border correspondent Oscar Margain met a South Texas DA who wants to clean up Texas politics by policing the ballot box.
Voting by mail is an option for those who aren't able to go to the polls, but according to Starr County District Attorney Omar Escobar, this method of casting your ballot has long been abused by a certain number of voting assistants, also known as politiqueros, who seek to favor a candidate while committing fraud. A new law on the books since December, stiffening penalties for mail-in ballot fraud, has led District Attorney Omar Escobar to arrest 2 people this week. Election volunteers, usually known and trusted people who are supposed to help the elderly and the disabled with voting, are caught falsifying information on the ballot unbeknownst to the voter. In one case, a ballot was cast even after the voter had died.
So you'd have many voters claiming disability voting at home, or somebody voting for them, submitting their ballots back to the Elections Administration Office, and they're getting counted.
Escobar says before the changes to the election code, the state would discourage local election offices from questioning a person's claimed disability, allowing for abuse of the system.
Anytime you have a system where you have ballots floating around in mailboxes, I mean, you're creating the circumstances for fraud.
During the 2016 primaries, the last major election in Starr County, about 8% of all votes were absentee ballots. Illegal voting is difficult to measure, says Escobar, and it's not particular to the border, rather a nationwide problem where even non-citizens can vote. No doubt in your mind.
There is no doubt that there are non-U.S. citizens registered to vote, certainly in Starr County. The way persons are registered to vote don't really require any kind of backup documentation.
Yeah, you can do this. Escobar is warning residents about the issue ahead of the March primaries, making an example of those who dare to ignore the law. In Rio Grande City on the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.